What would you do? If your own daughter sold your house and left you homeless? No warning, no explanation, just gone. Now imagine you're 64 years old, living off Social Security, and you find out the apartment you raised her in is being rented to strangers. This is not a story about inheritance. This is a courtroom war between a mother and the daughter she once trusted with everything. Welcome to Case 547A, Margaret Benson versus Jennifer Benson. And what comes out in court shocks everyone.
This court is now in session. Case number 547. A. Margaret Benson versus Jennifer Benson. The plaintiff seeks financial support and housing compensation from her adult daughter after the alleged wrongful sale of a gifted home. All rise. Please be seated. Plaintiff, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. 8 years ago, I signed over the deed to my house to my only daughter, Jennifer. I had no other children, no husband, just her. I gave her everything I had, my home, my trust, my heart. I thought I was doing the right thing. I was 56 at the time, healthy, hopeful, and I believed she would always take care of me.
Go on.
But last year, everything changed. I had gone to Oregon for 2 years to live with a friend after some health issues. When I returned, I couldn't open my own front door. The locks had been changed, my key didn't work. A man answered the door, a total stranger. He said he was renting the apartment. I stood there like a fool, suitcase in hand, with nowhere to go. Jennifer had sold the house. Sold it! Without telling me.
Ms. Benson, did you have a formal agreement with your daughter about continued residence?
No, Your Honor. That's the problem. I trusted her. The lawyer I consulted back then didn't tell me to include a right to remain clause. I didn't think I needed to.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Proceed.
For the record, the plaintiff is seeking 2 forms of compensation. First, monthly financial support in the form of adult child support, $1,600 a month, equal to the median rent in the plaintiff's neighborhood. Second, $1,000 monthly for general living expenses due to the plaintiff's inability to work.
Noted. Defendant, how do you respond?
I'll admit, I sold the house. But I didn't do it to hurt her. I needed a new start. I wanted to move closer to my work, and I didn't think she'd ever come back. She told me herself. She was moving to Oregon permanently.
Let me be clear. Are you disputing that your mother has no stable home now?
I'm not disputing that. But I don't think I should be forced to pay $2,600 a month for her. I make $64,000 a year working as a curriculum coordinator. That's not enough to support 2 households.
Your Honor, we will demonstrate that Ms. Benson's actions directly caused her mother's homelessness. We also have text messages from 2021 in which the defendant refers to the home as mine now. I can do what I want. That shows intent.
The court will examine that evidence. Continue.
Your Honor, we object to the characterization of intent. Ms. Benson was within her legal rights to sell the home. The deed was fully transferred. There was no clause obligating her to retain the property or house her mother indefinitely.
Noted. The objection is overruled for now. The court is here to determine whether moral and financial obligations exist beyond the legal transaction.
Ms. Benson, do you recall when you last saw your mother before she returned to California?
It was maybe 2 years ago. She was moving to Oregon, like she said.
Did you ever explicitly ask her if she was giving up all rights to the property?
She said, and I remember this, she said, "It's yours now. Do whatever you want with it."
And yet you did not inform her of your decision to sell?
Number I didn't think I had to.
Did you attempt to contact her before or after the sale?
I tried. She didn't answer my texts.
Because she had changed her number, correct?
Yes.
So your justification for selling the home and cutting off contact was based on one sentence and a few unanswered texts.
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained. Move on, counselor.
Let's talk finances. You earn $64,000 a year,
That's right.
and your current rent or mortgage,
I have a mortgage. $1,950 a month.
and your lifestyle, travel, entertainment, dining.
I live reasonably.
But you've posted several international trips on social media within the last year.
I budget for those.
Yet you claim you can't afford to help your own mother.
That's not fair.
Ms. Benson, please answer the question.
I guess I could help her a little, but not $2,600 a month.
I'm not asking for luxury. I just want to live in dignity. I sleep on a friend's sofa. I have nowhere else to go.
Ms. Benson, we will get to your full testimony shortly. Please let the prosecutor proceed.
Your Honor, we'd like to call our first witness, Mr. Daniel Heller, the current tenant of the property in question.
Mr. Heller, please approach and take the stand.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Mr. Heller, how long have you been renting 84 Lancaster Drive?
About 10 months.
Who did you rent it from?
Jennifer Benson. She was very professional.
Did you know the house was once her mother's?
I found out later, yes. A neighbor told me.
Have you ever met Margaret Benson?
Yes. Once. She came to the door. She looked confused, like she didn't understand why I was there. It was heartbreaking.
Did she say anything?
She said, "This is my house. That's all." Then she just walked away.
Thank you, Mr. Heller. No further questions.
Mr. Heller, has Ms. Benson ever harassed you or disrupted your tenancy?
No, not at all.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Heller, you may step down.
We now call the plaintiff to the stand. Ms. Margaret Benson.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Ms. Benson, tell the court what happened when you returned to your home.
I'd just gotten back to California. I took a cab to the house. It was still the same blue trim, the same gardenias, but when I tried the key, it didn't fit. I knocked. A man opened the door. He said he lived there now. I thought I was in a nightmare. I had no idea what had happened.
Where did you go after that?
A friend took me in, but I sleep on her couch. Her kids live in the other rooms. It's noisy, crowded. I have arthritis and need a quiet space. I applied for subsidized housing, but the wait list is over a year.
Do you have any income?
Just Social Security, $1,050 a month.
Can you work?
I tried. No one will hire a 64-year-old costume seamstress with bad knees.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Benson, did you sign over the deed to your daughter willingly?
Yes, but
No further questions.
Redirect, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Ms. Benson, when you gave your daughter the house, did you expect to live there?
yes, I thought it would always be my home too,
Why didn't you include a residency clause?
because I didn't think I had to. She was my daughter.
That's enough for today. This court will resume tomorrow at 10 a.m. We are adjourned. This court is now back in session. Case 547. A. Margaret Benson versus Jennifer Benson. We will continue hearing testimony.
Your Honor, the plaintiff would like to call Dr. Rachel Hahn to the stand. Dr. Hahn is a licensed geriatric psychologist with over 25 years of experience.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Dr. Hahn, can you tell the court what you observed during your evaluation of Ms. Margaret Benson?
Ms. Benson displays signs of moderate situational depression and anxiety, directly tied to the trauma of displacement. She has lost her sense of identity, safety, and agency. For someone of her age, these losses are especially destabilizing.
Is she mentally competent?
Completely. This is not cognitive decline. This is emotional trauma.
Could this level of stress affect her physical health?
Absolutely. Stress hormones aggravate her arthritis and elevate blood pressure. Her current living situation is exacerbating her condition.
Thank you. No further questions.
Dr. Hahn, is it fair to say your conclusions are based solely on what Ms. Benson reported?
Partly. But I also conducted standardized psychological assessments and reviewed her medical records.
Did you speak to Jennifer Benson?
No, I was not granted access.
Thank you. No further questions.
Dr. Hahn, you may step down.
Your Honor, we now call Olivia Wade to the stand. She is a former neighbor of both parties and a longtime family friend.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Miss Wade, how long have you known the Bensons?
Since Jennifer was about 6. We lived next door for over 20 years.
Can you describe the relationship between mother and daughter?
It was always complicated. Margaret gave up a lot for Jennifer. She worked 2 jobs to keep that house. Jennifer was a bright kid, but often resentful. She always said she wanted to get out.
Were you surprised when the house was sold?
Shocked. Jennifer didn't even pack up her mother's things. I found old photos and keepsakes in the garbage.
Garbage?
Yes, framed baby pictures, her husband's war medals, her wedding veil.
Were you able to recover any of it?
I kept what I could, but most of it was ruined by rain. I still have a few things, if the court wants to see them.
That won't be necessary. Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Wade, have you had any recent disputes with Jennifer?
She once threatened to sue me for trespassing when I was trimming my rose bushes.
So your testimony may be colored by personal animosity?
I have no reason to lie. I'm here because what happened was wrong.
That will be enough. Thank you, Ms. Wade.
Your Honor, I'd now like to call a surprise witness. Ms. Elizabeth Walker.
Objection. This witness wasn't disclosed.
We just received her affidavit this morning. She was unaware of the case until last night. She contacted us directly.
I'll allow it, but keep it brief.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Ms. Walker, what is your relationship to Jennifer Benson?
We were roommates. I rented a room from her after she sold the house.
And what did she tell you about the sale?
She said, it was either me or her. I chose me. She said she was tired of her mom acting like the house was hers.
Did she ever express regret?
No.
She said she felt free for the first time. She bragged about spending the money on a Bali retreat.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. This is direct witness testimony.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Walker, you may step down.
Your Honor, we request a brief recess.
Recess granted. 15 minutes. This court is now back in session. Ms. Jennifer Benson, please take the stand.
Clerk, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Jennifer, can you tell the court your version of events regarding the sale of the house?
I was drowning. My job was cut, my credit was wrecked, and I was about to default on my student loans. The house was in my name. Legally, I had every right to sell it.
And did you intend to harm your mother?
No. Of course not. I needed to survive. I was stuck in a loop. My mom, she's controlling. She always made me feel like I owed her my life. I just wanted out.
Did you know she was returning from Oregon?
I didn't think she'd come back. She'd said she was staying with her cousin indefinitely. I assumed she moved on.
Ms. Benson, you testified that you were drowning. Yet you spent money on a luxury wellness retreat in Bali?
That was after the fact. I was trying to heal. I had to take care of my mental health.
And what about your mother's health? She ended up homeless, living in a shelter.
I didn't expect her to come back, and I didn't think she'd refuse to talk to me.
Did you pack her belongings?
I left them in the garage.
They were found in the trash. You threw away her wedding veil, her photographs.
I didn't think they mattered. They were just old things.
Just old things?
I didn't mean it like that.
Please refrain from commentary.
Miss Benson, did you ever consider using the proceeds from the house to help your mother find new housing?
I didn't think she'd need it.
That's all, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Are there any closing statements?
Yes, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, this isn't just about legal ownership. It's about moral obligation. A mother gave her daughter the greatest gift she had, a home, and that daughter turned it into a transaction. She sold not just walls and floors, but 30 years of memory. And when her mother returned, hoping to find comfort, she found a locked door. Jennifer Benson didn't act out of desperation, she acted out of detachment. We ask the court to mandate financial restitution to Margaret Benson, as well as compensation for emotional and housing damages. Thank you.
Defense, your closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jennifer Benson did not commit a crime. She made a choice, a difficult one, yes, but legal. The house was hers. It was given freely, without written conditions. Her mother may have had expectations, but expectations are not contracts. We ask the court to consider the law, not emotions. Jennifer did what she thought was necessary to survive. This is not a case of fraud. It is a case of two people failing to communicate. Thank you.
Before I give my ruling, does the plaintiff wish to speak?
Yes, Your Honor. I never thought I'd see the day where my own daughter would leave me out in the cold. I didn't just give her a house, I gave her everything. I wiped her nose, I paid her tuition, I stayed up through nights of fever and heartbreak, and now I sit in a shelter while she eats organic breakfast in Bali. This isn't about money, it's about betrayal. I want the court to understand the pain that doesn't show up on paper.
Thank you, Ms. Benson. I have reviewed all evidence and testimony. Legally, the house was transferred to Jennifer Benson without written restrictions. However, the court recognizes the fiduciary duty and implied trust in family transactions of this nature. Given the deliberate exclusion of the plaintiff and the psychological harm inflicted by the sale, I am awarding the following: $120,000 in financial restitution to Margaret Benson, representing half of the home's equity, an additional $20,000 in emotional damages. Ms. Benson is also to be provided transitional housing, paid by the defendant, for a period of 6 months. This court is adjourned.